All right, y'all. My name is Johnny, and this is Live with Johnny. We're going to get started here in just a second. Make sure you're tapping in. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Let's go. All right, y'all. We are back in full effect. What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? My name is Johnny, and I am in the building, y'all. Well, not in the building. Tonight I'm in my kitchen at my kitchen table. And I want to say apologize ahead of time for the lighting. Sorry, the lighting is a little low, but I'm at my kitchen table. We have some things going on at the studio. So, you know what I'm saying? I have some things to do at the house. So I parked at the house and I'm chilling, just ate good. And we are here in effect. Just so y'all know, I'm going to say it again. We are on Facebook, 3 different platforms right now. We're on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, make sure you're liking this. Make sure you are commenting and make sure you are sharing. Sharing is caring. Sharing is the way that we get our word out there so we can grow this platform as big as possible. So make sure you do one of those 2 things, 3 things for me, please. Please and thank you. I love Twitter. Twitter is going so hard for me right now. Shout out to you if you're on Facebook. We got Facebook popping right now. Twitter will probably jump in the building and it's going to be popping. So we are also on YouTube. So make sure if you're on YouTube, make sure you are a subscriber on YouTube and make sure that you are thumbs up on my page. Okay. Got a little drink here. Clear my throat. And then we are on X, y'all. X, formerly known as Twitter. So, like I said, X has been popping. Appreciate y'all on X for showing love. Definitely appreciate y'all for that. So, without further ado, we're gonna get into this, y'all. If y'all know by now, P Diddy, it's the downfall of P Diddy, y'all. It's going down. Just yesterday, the feds raided his house, had his 2 sons in custody. Give y'all update: his 2 sons have been released. And what I'm hearing right now so far is that they do not have or know the whereabouts of P Diddy. People are making comments saying that, well, when they showed him on TMZ, he was at an airport and he was just flying around on a private jet. Now, I was first told that they knew his flight artillery, and so when he landed, they were able to apprehend him. But that's not the case. They don't know where Diddy is right now. Is the last word. And somebody said that, I don't know if it was a funny meme or something, but they say he's out of the country, probably pulling a Russell Simmons. But Diddy left them kids, man. He's like, fuck them kids. Diddy, how you gonna leave your kids, fam? Diddy said, fuck them kids. Like, that's crazy. You can't do all your dirt and then leave your kids to pick up the pieces. Diddy said, fuck them kids. Let me adjust this microphone. Y'all, you can't be doing Diddy, come back and get your kids. You can't just take off. Your kids ain't do. Well, I can't say your kids ain't do shit. We don't know. Actually, the funny thing, the crazy thing about it, I ain't gonna say funny. The crazy thing about it is we don't know how much his kids were involved in what the bullshit he was doing, and we don't know what his kids know. Now, I know I was around my dad and my parents, and I kind of understood and knew what they were doing. These ain't no young kids. These kids are old enough to be handcuffed and set the fuck down. So these kids know what they dad is involved with and what's going on. They was at the parties. They seen shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nah, they understand that their dad was a dirty man, so to speak. So one of the topics we're gonna talk about today, because I made right now, I'm kind of going viral on Twitter, and I made a comment, and people are saying that people are quick to rush judgment, and we as black people always want to see another black man go down. We like to see that. And that's not the case here. And I'm gonna show y'all why I don't think that's the case, that we always want to see a black man go down. You have R. Kelly. A lot of us was rooting for R. Kelly. You remember that? A lot of us was rooting for R. Kelly. It's not like we wanted to see R. Kelly go down. That was a sad day because we all loved R. Kelly, right? Make sure y'all sharing these comments, y'all. Make sure y'all commenting. I want to see y'all comment. Okay. Let me see y'all comment and let me know what y'all thinking. But we didn't want to see R. Kelly go down. Like, that was a sad day in the black community. So I can't say that we always want to see black people go down and we don't want to. That's not the case. That's not the case. We don't always want to see a black man fall. Another example, because I grew up in these times, the era where, like the OJ case, I don't think it was any black person that wanted to see OJ go down. We all wanted him to be innocent. And when he was found innocent, we all cheered, we all hooray and things like that. So I don't think that's the case, y'all. But at the same time, we gotta be, as black people, we gotta be able to express ourselves. And the things that we heard Diddy do, that man wasn't right all the way. Diddy wasn't right all the way, y'all. I'm sorry to say that. I'm trying to adjust my microphone so it sounds better. And if it sounds good in my ear, then I know it sounds good. But Diddy wasn't all the way right, y'all. I mean, just take the things like with Biggie. You know, he didn't treat Biggie right. Even his mama was like, she didn't like Diddy. So if Biggie mama ain't like Diddy, I don't like Diddy. You can't have Biggie mama not liking you and you think I'm finna like you. No. If you was doing what you're supposed to be doing, you took a poor kid, they didn't have a whole lot of money, a poor kid from Jamaica, and you're supposed to put him on. Okay? So with all the music he made, with songs still be playing today, if Biggie wasn't no millionaire, he should have been close to being a millionaire. But if he wasn't no millionaire, his mama should have been a millionaire. His mama should have had his catalog. But you have to understand, that whole time, Puffy throwing $1 million parties, no less than $1 million. Even Jamie Foxx said it. This man is throwing $1 million parties, and he's doing it off the back of Biggie. And your mama got to sit there and watch that, because he didn't want to give Biggie mom back the publishing rights. So as you throwing these parties, just throwing his money away, you got Biggie mom sitting there watching you like, why don't you give her your give him your kid's catalog, or at least give him, you take 50 and I take 50. If you was Biggie boy when he passed, you were supposed to see his mom straight. Am I right or am I right? If that was your boy and y'all was down, you were supposed to see his mom straight. Give her half of the catalog is what you should have been did. Who got Biggie catalog? You did. Who got Biggie royalties? You got them. That man wasn't right. You could have not did two of those parties, two of those $1 million parties, and gave that money to Biggie mom, and she would have been $2 million richer. But she sat and watched you all of these years throw that man money away. And you ain't do nothing to Biggie. The only thing you did with Biggie is take that in the back, take that, and dancing around a little bit. Biggie wrote them rhymes. If you rap, Biggie wrote your rhymes. So you should have rolled for that man. You did that man wrong. That's like if I got some boys, I got a homie, and we making money together, or you making money for me. Yeah, I put you in the right position. But you making money for me. And then something happened to you, and your mom's still there, and I don't give your mom no money. Is that right? But she can see, as she alive, she can see me just throwing money out the window, throwing these lavish parties and then giving you none of the money off or the proceeds off the money that you made for me. His mom shouldn't have to worry for nothing. That alone lets me know that this man ain't shit. You can see that. This man ain't shit. He wasn't riding for Biggie like that. In fact, Biggie didn't like him like that. Biggie saw Puffy as taking his money. Biggie saw that early. Biggie was a smart man. He wasn't business-wise because he didn't come from that lifestyle, but he was learning. He saw what Puffy was doing. And then he got to a point where he got 5 or 6 other rappers, including Lil' Kim, and it's like, we finna create Junior Mafia. Matter of fact, Junior Mafia next album was not even supposed to be with Puffy. He was trying to break away from Puffy because he's a hardcore rapper. Puffy is not a hardcore person. He's an evil person, but Puffy is not what you would call a hardcore person. So that wasn't never gonna jive. That would never finna work out like that. Biggie was trying to leave him because they led to totally different lifestyles. In fact, he probably seen the bullshit that Diddy was doing. You know what I'm saying? He seen the bullshit that he was doing. So, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to read these messages as they come in. But that's crazy, y'all. That is not cool. But I don't. To answer your question, I don't think that we always want to see another black man go down. I don't see it as that, because there are people. Can I get some? I didn't even see that, Audrey. I'm sorry. I didn't see that, Audrey. You at the hospital? I'm sorry, baby. I hope you get better. Lakeisha, I see you doing your thing. My heart beats for you. I see the struggles and pains you're going through. My heart beats for you. And Angie said fish looks good. Angie, you look good. I'm waiting to see how you like it. It was very good, Amy. I'm gonna respond to y'all. It was go to the dollar store and get some small ones. You don't need it. Okay. Yeah, but I'm having a little bit of liquor. It's not a lot, it's just a little bit of wine. But y'all, straight up, Biggie was trying to get away from Puffy. Tupac was telling us about Puffy. Honestly, if you really think about it, he fucked Pac over because he put that hit out on Pac. And when that shit happened with Pac, and you know that the people who hit Pac up were the people you put a battery in their back, you should have had Pac mom some money set aside. Like, here, you know what I'm saying? We was beefing. I'm sorry about this shit. Yo, you know, here goes some money, whatever. You know, I can't bring your son back, but you know, I'm sorry. We was both heated. He made that song about me. I was pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So here goes some money or whatever. You know, but you didn't even do that. So you got 2 moms without their sons, and you ain't giving them shit. And they watching you. Tupac mom, I think she's dead right now. I think she died. But they watching you blow this money, and you ain't giving them none. And they know you had something to do with their son's demise. That's evil. That alone is evil. There is something seriously wrong with Puffy. Look at all the stars that he had. Man, we danced our asses off to these hits. We sitting in our mind thinking that these people getting paid. Because how could you have all them hits and we dancing our ass off? Oh, that's the shit. Oh, yeah. And they not getting paid. You keeping their royalties? You got in their contract. I'm gonna keep your royalties. You make these songs, and I'm the one that's gonna be making money off these songs, not you. That's the way that man is thought process is. You make the songs, you make the hits. I'm gonna make money off of them. Honestly, I thought when I was in high school, I thought Puffy was making the beats. I'm like, yeah, he should be getting some money. He's a producer. He should be making the beats. The man wasn't making no beats. He was just financially backing these people. That's what producer means. See, I didn't know that. I thought the producer was the person making the beats. He's a financial producer. He making sure that they have money to be in the studio. He's sure that they have money to promote the album. He's making sure that they got money to be signed. That's Puffy's job as a producer. Then Puffy is so big-headed, so hungry, so thirsty that he had to be in everybody's video. We have never seen that ever, ever, ever. Think about it. You've never seen that. You've never seen a producer who wasn't making the beats, he just putting the financial behind it. You never see them trying to be in everybody's video. And Suge Knight told us that. We thought Suge Knight was crazy. We thought Suge Knight was trying to start some shit. He was telling us, if you want to be an artist, you don't want your producer all in the video. Remember that? You remember that? Suge Knight told us. We wasn't paying attention to none of that shit. You ain't never see Suge Knight all in their video like, yeah, I'm Suge Knight. I'm getting the money. I'm putting the financial behind them, because Suge Knight job and Puffy job was similar. They went out and made sure that their artist was paid, made sure that their artists had money, made sure that their artist album was going to drop. But then you got Puffy trying to dance and be all up in their video because he wanted the limelight. He wanted the limelight more than Biggie wanted the limelight. Yeah, justice for Pac. That shit need to get solved. They got the person now. They got the person who actually was in the car that pulled the trigger, and you better believe that he telling on Diddy. If you don't think he's telling on Diddy, you crazy. He was telling on Diddy before he went to jail. He actually said if it was not for Diddy, he wouldn't be caught up in this shit. This man is like 60-something years old. When they pulled him over, he was 60-something years old, living his best life. Only reason he was talking because he was running out of money, and he felt like the deal. That's what I'm saying. Diddy put the hit out. Diddy said to those guys, he said, I'll give you $1 million if you take Pac out. And dude said in his interview when they was in Vegas, he said, that's what I'm saying. He killed the greatest. He took all of that music that we were supposed to listen to, all of that music we were supposed to have, and destroyed it. If y'all think Diddy was a blessing to the hip hop industry, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. The only thing he gave us was take that, take that, take that. That's it. And I'm going to tell you how he tricked us all. I'm going to tell you how dirty this man is. I'm going to tell you how dirty this man is. Even his bodyguard said, I don't care if you take out Pac, Biggie, and put Suge in jail. And all of that shit has happened right now. He paid Keith $1 million. Yeah. Dude just didn't get that. The dude is supposed to get the $1 million, took it and opened up a nightclub. That's the only reason they couldn't tie the two together right away, because the dude he gave the money, the $1 million, so he paid the hit. He had to pay the hit because he was dealing with gangsters. He was dealing with real life Crips, Bloods of Crips. He was dealing with gangsters, so he had to pay the money. Some people say Will Smith was in it on it too, allegedly. They said Will Smith did not like Pac because Pac had Jada. And Jada was in love with Pac. She didn't want to marry Will Smith because she was in love with Pac. And now you see Jada tripping, right? You see Jada tripping, right? Thank you. Jada is tripping right now because that shit coming back. That shit coming back. Diddy didn't have $1 million then, so who helped Diddy get that money? It was either that white guy or somebody like a Jay-Z or somebody like Will Smith, or a combination of all three. Because Will Smith legacy, his reputation was a weak, funny guy, right? A weak, funny guy. We didn't take him seriously in hip hop. He had all of those songs, Parents Don't Understand. Yeah, he made hits, but he didn't have our respect. We was like, who was the dude, Will Smith? Oh, we're gonna laugh at you on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but you was goofy on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as well. He was goofy. Meanwhile, Jada doing that college sitcom with who? With Pop. Pop used to always come on the side. You know what I'm saying? So Pop was always around. And once they took Pac out, immediately Jazzy's or Will Smith started putting out them songs. And he got with Jada. Jada gave him like street cred. Him being with Jada, we all was like, oh, you got Jada? Oh, okay, yeah. That shit was played. They played us. Will Smith ain't no hardcore dude. This is a goofy dude. He made himself into that. He made himself into a movie star. A hardcore type movie star. Nah. He changed all that shit after Pac because Pac wasn't finna have that shit. I'm speculating right now. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, that shit, I'm telling y'all. Why do you think Jada is doing him like that right now? Jada never really liked that dude. That shit was arranged. For years, we're like, oh yeah, Will Smith. That shit was arranged. Now that Will Smith got everything he's supposed to have, now you see she turning on him. And what's she talking about? I love Pac. Pac asked me to marry him. Biggie got cocky going back to California. Yeah, he did. But look, when you watch the movie, my nigga, who told him to go back? Who pushed him to go back? Biggie wasn't trying to go back. Biggie was trying to go to overseas. It was Diddy was like, yeah, we gotta go out to Cali. He like, Cali? I bet. Because he trusted Diddy. In some sense, he trusted Diddy as far as a business partner. That shit was set up. Yeah, let's go out to Cali. Because Diddy knew if he wanted to get rid of Big, yeah, he wanted to go to London. Diddy knew if he wanted to get rid of Big as Big was, you take him out to Cali and ain't nobody gonna say shit. That's the perfect way to get rid of him. Take him back to where it's drama. And I can have you off and ain't nobody gonna say shit. You take a look at they said it was like a Muslim or something was the one shooting out the window. A Muslim with a bow tie on. Who did he tell everybody to go to when they got problems? Muhammad, dude. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me because we can get real. We can get real quick. We can get real quick. Diddy has ties to organizations. He has ties to the Bloods and the Crips. He was putting them against each other. That man is evil, but he got money. He got money and they listened to him because he had money. Money on a level, on a scale that they never seen before. Pac is a lot of people's favorite rapper. When he put out Hit 'Em Up, really Pac, I love Pac, but Pac got cocky too. Pac wrote his own death warrant because he didn't understand who he was dealing with. Diddy is a bad man. He's an evil man, and Pac didn't understand who he was dealing with. He said in the movie, his mom told him they're gonna give you just enough rope to hang yourself. She's talking about people like Diddy. Diddy's I can't think of that guy that put Diddy on, that white guy. You dealing with the devil. Let me put some of your comments on. I'm talking, I forgot. Let me put some of your comments on. Diddy said go to LA. They dealing with the devil. Pac was dealing with the devil. Pac didn't understand who he was dealing with. He thought Puffy was just a soft dude. He just seen Diddy, Pac seen some of the hardest dudes at that time, and he didn't look at Puffy as one of those dudes. But Puffy is not one of those dudes that's gonna pull the trigger. Puffy gonna have you killed. Puffy is somebody who could call the shots, and that's what he did. He put that hit on Pac. When Pac put out Hit 'Em Up, that was Puffy's last straw. Yeah, they was beefing, but they was making money. They was going back and forth saying shit. They was making money. But when he put out Hit 'Em Up, and he dissed the whole, what he say? Fuck the whole Bad Boy as a staff and as an organization and as a record label. Pac had, and this is why the upper heads was scared of Pac, because Pac had what you would call, when Pac say move, everybody moving, right? If Pac said, let's start a revolution, we will all start a revolution back then. Right. Diddy did what he did. Diddy did what he did to get on top. You're right. Same way as Jay-Z. I might have to come back, y'all. Hold on. My battery getting low and I wasn't even paying attention. I'm on 5%. Hold on, y'all. It's all good. It's all good. So Diddy did what he had to do to get on top. That's what the people who put Diddy in charge let Diddy know, that you have to take people out in order to be where you want to be. Clive Davis. That's what I want to say. Clive Davis. His whole thing, the code he lived by, is when an artist stop being able to make the money they used to make alive, then they can make it when they're dead. I'm going to say it again. Clive Davis lives by a code. When artists are no longer able to make the money they are when they're alive, then you have to cut them off, and you're going to make more money. You're going to make twice as amount of money when they're dead. Whitney Houston, some of Whitney Houston's songs are starting to be number one again. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some of Whitney Houston's songs are starting to hit number one. Some songs that even hit number one are starting to hit number one and regenerating more money now than when she was alive. Pac is generating more money now than when he was alive. Biggie has generated more money dead than when he's alive. Michael Jackson is generating so much money right now. And they haven't even put Michael Jackson songs back in rotations as far as commercials. Wait until the people who own his music start putting them in commercials. Can you imagine a Billie Jean in a commercial to sell something? Look what he did with Pepsi when Pepsi was, I only remember him really sponsoring one product. That was Pepsi. And look what his music did for Pepsi. It put Pepsi on the map. And you ain't never heard, since then, you ain't never heard his catalog being used like that again. Imagine what's going to happen when they start using his music to sell products. You don't believe me? What's that one? Yo Gotti right now got a song in a commercial. I think it's a gambling commercial. In the DM, it's called In the DM. He got that song in the DM, and it's generating him money because every time they play that commercial, that man gets paid. Imagine if it's being played on 10 different channels at one time. If I remember right, he was only in Pepsi advertisement for 30 seconds. That's what I'm saying. Y'all have to understand that these people will make more money dead than they will alive. And that's the code by what they live by. If I can't, Whitney Houston, her last album, her and Clive Davis had an argument. They had a big blowout because Whitney Houston wanted to do an R&B album. He did not want her to do an R&B album. He wanted her to do a pop album because he wanted her to generate the type of money that a pop album makes. And Whitney Houston didn't want to do that because she felt like she was losing to black people. She felt like we wasn't fucking with her doing all them pop songs and, you know what I'm saying, and all that. She didn't want to do that. That wasn't in her heart. She was with Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown just did a successful R&B album. She felt like, I want to do a R&B album. You listen to that last album, that's an R&B album. Clive Davis didn't want her to do an R&B album. In his face, the album did well. Because it was a Whitney Houston album, it did well. So, you know, she was right. She actually proved them wrong because the album did well as an R&B album. But the whole time, he wanted her to do a pop album because you understand what a pop album does. A pop album is going to do 10 times as much money as a R&B album. Like somebody like Beyonce, she understands that. A country album is going to do 10 times as much as any of her albums ever did. And it's doing that. Her being number one country is generating her more money than any of her R&B albums could have generated. Only flip side about that is you're going to lose some fans. You're going to lose some true fans. Because we're going to be like, nah, we ain't fucking with that. But that's the chance she took. And it's panning out. Because some fans are coming back like, yeah, we fuck with it because we fuck with country because it's Beyonce. Well, some fans are coming back. But a pop album will do 10, 15, 20 times the number as a R&B album will ever do. Understand that. That's why Taylor Swift, yes, she goes on the little pop album or you know, but she sticks to pop. She sticks to pop and country. She ain't finna do no R&B album. She hang around with what's that girl Spice, the R&B chick, but she ain't finna do And now Spice starting to do pop albums. That's why Nicki Minaj do pop albums. Because they pop albums will way outdo hip hop, especially hip hop. Because people who listen to hip hop don't support hip hop. They don't buy those albums like that. That's why it's hard for some of these hip hop or rap stars to really make it, because yeah, you making good music, yeah, it's being played in the club, but the people playing the club is downloading them. They're not paying shit for that. But people with money, a pop, they're gonna go see the shows, they gonna support, they gonna download it on Apple for $1 or $2, however much that song costs. Pop albums are going to make is what makes the money. That's why they had all them boy bands, Blackstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, da 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 da. You can go on and on and on and on and on, because they were making money. Pop makes money. Popular albums, popular music makes the most amount of money. So going back to Whitney Houston, Clive Davis didn't want her to make no R&B album. He wanted to make her a pop album, but she proved him wrong, because that pop album did really well. Not as much as a pop album, but it did really well as an R&B album. So after that, Whitney started having her issues, and she did a concert. Whitney did a concert, and she didn't want to do the concert because her voice, she said her voice was messed up. She didn't want to do the concert. But she had bills to pay. Whitney was buying people houses and things like that, and her family, and they basically put the pressure on her, like, Whitney, you got to do this concert because we can't afford this house that you just bought us. We can't afford it. We need more money. Clive Davis also was like, we need money. And so she broke and was like, okay, I'll tour. I'll do the tour. And she went out there, and you can go watch it. She went out there and she did that album, and her voice cracked. It was so bad. So Whitney's voice was so bad. I think they ended up ending the concert early. People talked about it. So basically Whitney's career at that point was over. Even if she had did another album, they would assume that it was auto-tune or something. That's how bad her performance was. And she let them know before she went out there, I can't do this, but I need to do it. I need, like Michael Jackson thing, I need to do it. I don't want to do it, but in order to get my money and my finances back in order, I got to go tour. I got to do it. And her voice wasn't ready to go do that stuff. And so it ruined her legacy / career. And when Clive Davis seen that she was never going to be able to put out an album that was going to go triple, quadruple platinum, it was time to get rid of her. Because now, instead of ruining the rest of your legacy, if I stop it now, I can make money off of what you already did for the rest of my life. Y'all better. I'm telling y'all. Y'all think this industry is sweet? Y'all making deals with the devils. Y'all think this industry is sweet? I'm telling y'all. They said Clive Davis has something to do with Left Eye. Left Eye went in there, demanded their money, because TLC was under L.A. Reid. L.A. Reid was under Clive Davis. They screwed him. They went to L.A. Reid. L.A. Reid, I wasn't the one that took y'all money. Yeah, we got paid. Me and Pebbles got paid, but we wasn't the one that took y'all money. It was Clive Davis. T-Boz got out of jail after that, burning that house down, and she was like, let's go get our money. She had a gun. She got her girls. She took T-Boz and whoever that other left T-Boz and Chili, and she went to Clive Davis' office with a gun. She was the only one out of all three of them who had a gun and was like, we want our money. Clive Davis broke down. Puffy was in there. Puffy scrambled out. He scrambled out the room. Y'all remember that? Puffy was in that room when Left Eye, T-Boz, and Chili came in there demanding their money. There's Puffy in the room. Puffy ran out. And so Clyde was embarrassed. He was embarrassed because the thing happened, they demanding money, but he was way more embarrassed that Left Eye came in there with a gun, and he was never going to forget that. It was time for her to go. The rest of the girls are good. It's time for them to go. He waited until they made it seem like everybody Everybody they finna off, they make it seem like they crazy first. That girl was out there spiritually. If you watch her videos when she out there talking and she helping kids out and she was woo woo, but back in the States, we like, oh, she crazy. That's what they made us think. Oh, she crazy. But she don't want to get this money. She crazy. We try to do Dave Chappelle the same way. Oh, he ain't want to get this $1 million. He crazy. He finna sign Dave Chappelle finna sign $1 billion deal. So taking that $1 million deal, he's been working the rest of his life. They tell y'all about this stuff in a comedy and stuff. They tell you. And what do? We think they're crazy. Martin Lawrence, we thought he was crazy. Martin Lawrence didn't want to take that bullshit. He had his own show. Why would he sign off to something that's gonna make him look crazy? You know what I'm saying? Cat Williams told you. They're trying to turn Martin. They call Cat Williams to be in Big Mama. They try to get Cat Williams and Big Mama 3 or 2 or 3. And his idea, Cat Williams was like, yo, you had 2 movies. You did 2 Big Mama movies. They big. Like, we can go in now as men. Like, now we, you know what I'm saying? They try to have Cat Williams put a dress on. Cat Williams like, I ain't been putting no dress on. Like, you ain't got to do that no more. You done made 2 movies. You done made these people so much money. Let's go in and do a funny cop movie. Ain't no way in the world I'm gonna play Big Mama and then throw a dress on. But a black man, if you want success, you got to throw on a dress. That's what they say. If you want success, you got to throw on a dress. That's crazy. And you see it. You see all the successful black stars at one time or another had to throw on a dress, had to get feminized. Cat Williams said, I'm not doing it. So they went and got that other up and coming comedian. I forget what his name is. He looked like Trey Songz almost. They went and got him, the up and coming comedian. He's like, I'll throw a dress on. I play Big Mama 3 and throw a dress on. Y'all gotta do y'all research, man. That shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. But I got way off the subject. But nah, we don't want to see black men fall. I don't think it's the fact that we want to see a black man fall. It's just the fact that if you ain't right, you not right. If you're not right, you're not right. And we're not gonna go for that shit. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna go for that. We didn't want to see Michael Jackson fall. That hurt me to the core to see Michael Jackson fall. That hurt me to the core to see R. Kelly fall. That hurted me to the core. So don't sit there and say, like, because we all watching the Fall of Diddy, that we want to see Diddy fall. That's not it at all. He said, play Dave Chappelle live at the Brits. Is that it? Is you saying Dave Chappelle Black live at the Brits? We're gonna get that on. It will be too. I mean, I ain't gonna say it'd be too hard for me to do it, but I'll do that on the next episode. Dave Black live at the Brits. Okay, we're gonna play a little bit of that next time I come on, so we can tie all this together. But y'all, this shit is beyond crazy. But Diddy took all of those stars, and none of those stars were millionaires. He took all of their money, and then he allowed them to see him party their money away. The only person that really got they money, well, they didn't get they publishing rights was Mace. Mace got a pretty good deal. But he wanted his publishing still. Mace offered that man a couple of $1 million to get his publishing. That's why 50 Cent don't like Diddy, because 50 Cent was trying to buy Mace's publishing rights. 50 Cent was trying to get Mace out of the contract, because Mace was still signed. When Mace was a pastor, he was still signed to Diddy. And that burn fit. Pip 50 didn't like that. He was trying to get him out the deal. Window shopper. The running bone by. Mace wrote that. Nigga, you a window shopper. Mace wrote that. Because Mace didn't want to perform and do no music because Puffy was gonna get paid off of that. And Puffy eventually got paid off of Window Shopper. He sued and got paid off of that. That's why 50 Cent do not like Puffy. He don't like Puffy. It's Puffy dirty. He tried to get paid off everything that Mace did. Like you own, like you a slave driver. Everything that these people did, you got paid off of that. Y'all don't think Cassie should have got the money she got? Bullshit. Cassie could have been one of the biggest stars out there. He took Cassie from her original. The guy that wrote that song was Cassie's boyfriend. He wrote and produced that song just as an experiment. And that song blew up. Puffy heard that song and signed Cassie, signed away the song and took that and was like, I'm gonna make you a star. That's how he got her away from her boyfriend. Like, fuck with me, and you're gonna be the biggest star in the world. He took her away from the boyfriend and shut all that shit down. Didn't let her do nothing else. Just had her as a slave. She signed on to a 10-album deal. 10 albums. Do you know how hard it is? If this girl brought an album out today, Puffy probably still get paid. He signed her onto a 10-album deal. That you basically signed your life away. And then put out that one, then let her put out that Nan one song. Go look at what's her name? Red. Go look at Red. The person who was writing Cassie music. And she'll tell you they had hits ready to be dropped. She did music for Jason Derulo. She's writing hits for Cassie. And Diddy didn't let her put none of that stuff out. That's why she's suing, because she felt like she gave her career up for nothing. She started writing music because she was so depressed. Diddy was shit his careers, whole careers. Black Rob. It's one of the hottest hip hop songs out ever. Whoa. They put on Whoa in a club. You'll go crazy. I think I heard Whoa just recently in a club or somewhere. I hear it all the time on when I'm working out and I'm listening to Pandora. They play Whoa all the time. That's one of the hottest hip hop songs ever. And he didn't allow him to get paid off of that. Now he did. They said Heavy D was the only one, because they both was from Money in Mount Vernon. Heavy D was the only one when Puffy started getting all crazy and talking to people crazy. Heavy D would come in the room and be like, "Man, Puffy, chill out with that." And Puffy would chill. He was the only one. Uptown Records, him and Heavy D gone. Andre Farrell was another person in Uptown Records. He gone. Kim Porter was part of Uptown Records. She gone. I'll Be Sure was in a coma just recently. And ain't nothing ever happened to Puffy. Y'all better, man, I'm telling y'all, that's evil man. That's evil man. Telling y'all gotta watch that shit. But anyway, we're gonna get out of here and holler at y'all later. I ain't the only one saying this, so but if something happened to me, y'all just know. Just know it had to something behind Puffy. We're gonna get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. My name is Johnny. Y'all, this shit is crazy. But to answer your question, no, we don't want black men to fail, but Puffy ain't right. And I'm mad because I wanted to see more music from, I've always said that I wanted to see more music from Diddy. I've always wanted to see more music from Pac, and I always wanted to see more music from Biggie. I felt like as a DJ, as a rapper, as an artist myself, I wanted to hear way more than what them men had to say and what they had to bring to the table. Both equally. I can't say I wanted to hear way more from Pac. I wanted to hear more from Biggie, because Biggie was creating music that I love to listen to. Same with Pac. So he cut that shit short. And we'll never hear new music from any of those guys like they were supposed to. So, all right, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Once again, this is Johnny. If you didn't catch the episode, you can go back and watch it. And we out, man.